YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be going over a question that I had, and like a burning question that I wanted to talk about here today. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Redskins. And let's get straight into today's video. But first, I wanted to make a quick reminder and announcement that I will be going live on my channel tonight at 6 p.m. with On the Warpath, another Skins YouTuber, and we'll be talking Redskins and questions and answering that you guys may have about the team or just the NFL in general. So make sure you guys come through. And that's why I say turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video or another live stream, because a lot of people tell me every time I go live that they don't be getting the notifications of me going live. Sorry, I missed it. That's why I tell you guys to make sure you guys click that bell. It is important that you guys click that bell so you get notified not only when I make a video, but when I do live stream, so you guys can participate in the question and answer that we often do on the channel. So with that being said, make sure you guys do me a favor and check to see if you should already be subscribed. If you're not, change that right now and subscribe. And then once you do subscribe, if you're not already subscribed, click that bell. Make sure it's turned on, and if it's already turned on and you're still not getting notifications, turn it off and turn it back on now, and now it should be working. I want you guys to be a part of the Q&A and the live stream that I do with On the Warpath, Sanchez 405, a good friend of mine, and another Skins YouTuber. So with that out the way, let's get straight into today's video. So the burning question that I have is, how can So the burning question that I have, and I know a lot of people in the Redskins fan base has, as you can tell by the title, is how could Chase Young win Defensive Player of the Year? You know, so a lot of people have him counting in as Defensive Player of the Year already, but I know it's not going to come easy. It's not just handed to you, so we know he's going to have to work for it. So my case in point is to point out to you guys how he could win the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2020. So with that being said, let's get straight into how Chase Young could take home the trophy. So number one, obviously we know how dominant Chase Young is coming into the league. 16.5 sacks in his senior or junior year of college, last year of college. Led the SBS in sacks last year, and him and Mike Vrabel are the only two DNs in Ohio State history to have 2 seasons of double-digit sacks back-to-back years. So just to be on a historic franchise such as the Ohio State Buckeyes, and for only to be 2 names on that list to have double-digit sacks years back-to-back, one being Mike Vrabel, the Tennessee Titans head coach, and one being Chase Young, our future star DN. So that's something that's really going to be crazy to consider. Like, we already know how talented he is, and we could talk about his stat sheet the whole video, and then that's going to take up 10 minutes of the video. But I'm just wanting to come on here and make a quick video, because I mean, we could obviously come on here and make quick points and the video be over right there, but I really want to get a deep dive into how he could win the Defensive Player of the Year or Rookie Defensive Player of the Year award in 2020, or possibly even the Defensive Player of the Year award. But I think that's a little too far of a stretch, not yet, because he's still a rookie, so he's gonna, you know, qualify only. I'm not gonna say only, but more realistically for the Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year award. So with that being said, Chase Young, like I said, 16.5 sacks in his junior year. Only 2 people in franchise history to do that as far as Ohio State goes. He finished top 5 in the Heisman voting last year. Obviously lost that to one Joe Burrow, I mean, who obviously had the best season in college football, probably history. I think he did throw 60 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. So really, that's a really good performance, and I'm not mad at him not being able to win that award, because I mean, I know if he didn't miss the season or miss a game of suspension, or even you know, just resting because the teams were getting blown out, I'm pretty sure he would have had probably 20 sacks. So I'm really not mad at not winning the Heisman Trophy award, but really for him to finish top 5 should really be something special for the Washington Redskins coming forward. Obviously, fast forwarding in April, we took him with the 2nd overall selection in 2020. So, you know, this guy is really going to expect it. Is really expected to do a lot, and I'm glad that he's going to accept the task of being the face of the franchise. Obviously, you know, being the second overall pick, you have a lot of expectations. And with you being the second overall pick, you know, media and fans expect you to come right off the jump, starting fast and, you know, starting off fast on the season with 3 sacks in one game. You know how the media is. They just want you, with you being the second overall pick, you have high expectations and you are expected to come in and perform at a high level right off the bat. Now, with that being said, I feel as though I'm happy that Chase Young is not one of those players that are overwhelmed, or he doesn't seem like one of those players that are going to be overwhelmed by all the attention, because trust me, he's going to be having all the attention. Now, with that being said, Chase Young is expected to win the Defensive Player of the Year award. If you look at the rookie campaign and predictions, you can see that Chase Young is among the top of the list to win the Rookie of the Year. Some even has him winning Defensive Player of the Year, but I feel like that's a little stretch. Maybe if this was like his second or third season, I could see why you may say that, but I feel as though that's just a little stretch saying that he could win Defensive Player of the Year. But Rookie Defensive Player of the Year is what we're focusing on here today. Now, with Chase Young, how he could win Defensive Player of the Year is obviously he has to go out there and perform at a high level himself. But I feel as though with him having a whole surrounding cast of around him of first round talent such as Deron Payne, John Allen, Montez Sweat, all them guys, it feels like we talk about them every day, don't it? It feels like we talk about them every day. But with him having that supporting cast, I feel like that's going to open up him a better opportunity to get to the quarterback. Now, what I mean by that is, say if Chase Young was to go on a team that doesn't have a heavy, I would say, pass rush, and they were just starting to build their pass rush, and their first piece to the team was one Chase Young, he would offensive linemen will only have to focus securing on to Chase Young. But now that he's a part of the Redskins and a part of a team that has 5 first rounders on that front 7, that is going to make him open up holes by himself, because I mean, if he even gets double teamed, that's going to leave someone open, you know, for a one-on-one beat, with whether that's being a left tackle, right guard, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say here. And then if he gets double teamed, as far as the other person that's not Chase Young gets double teamed, then that's leaving one-on-one coverage with Chase Young and him and his opponent. And we know how dominant he is in one-on-one situations. Hence why he got triple teamed in the Clemson championship game where they lost. But I mean, even in that triple team, he did still eat. Somehow he didn't get a sack, but he did get pressures and hits on Trevor Lawrence, making him feel uncomfortable during that game. So, with that being said, I feel as though that Chase Young is going to eat this year, and the way he win Rookie of the Year is just by him going out there balling, by him going out there living up to expectations, and him going out there with his supporting cast helping each other. And what I mean by that is, you know, Chase Young, although his name is going to be on the Rookie of the Year award, if he does win it, I'm not going to crown him the Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year yet, but if he does, you know, become a award, great accomplishment. But although it's going to have Chase Young's name on that award, we know that he can't do it by himself. We know he can't do it by himself. That's why I'm talking about his supporting cast is going to play a big role in the way that he, you know, has his rookie season, and the way he could possibly win Rookie of the Year is by his supporting cast helping him accomplish that goal, if it is a goal of his, and I'm pretty sure it is. We need the Ryan Kerrigans, we need the Montez Sweats, we need the Matt Ioannidis, the Deron Paynes, the Tim Settles, the Ryan Andersons, the John Allens to help out Chase Young, because we know how dominant this front 7 could be. Now, like I said to my point earlier, if someone's getting double teamed, that's only going to leave Chase Young wide open with a one-on-one left tackle, right tackle, whatever it is, or even if he comes inside and have to check one of the guards, it's going to leave one-on-one pressure, and he can easily just beat him around the edge with his speed, because we know he's pretty fast. Julius Peppers is his comparison and his NFL comparison from himself, so that is really something special. And what did Julius Peppers do when he first came out of college? He was able to beat around the lineman with his speed, and Chase Young is really I would say, faster than him. We already know Montez Sweat is pretty fast. I think he ran, what, a 4.5, 4.6 at the combine, and that's coming from a defensive end. You're literally a second, and you probably like, what, I think what Dwayne Haskins ran, a 5.4 or something like that at the combine. You're literally faster than your quarterback. Now, that's not saying a lot because, I mean, Dwayne Haskins isn't a running quarterback, but you're still faster than your quarterback. So I'm pretty sure that I feel as though if Chase Young was able to run the 40, he would have ran probably a 4.5, 4.4. And I know that y'all probably looking at me crazy, but yes, that's how fast he really is. So I feel as though the way Chase Young could win Defensive Player of the Year is by, like I said, him going out there balling himself. Obviously, you have to put up the numbers for you to win Defensive Player of the Year. Him having the supporting cast and him having the great coaching in Jack Del Rio, which is going to bring the best out in him that's already yet to come, because we know it's very little to Chase Young game that he has to work on, but it is some stuff that he does have to improve on. But even though you might say, what is it? It's very little, and it's very nitpicky if you was to look at his game and pick out something that you would have to, say something is wrong with his game. It's very hard to do. It's just like you're nitpicking at that point because his game is just so perfect. And I'm not saying that just because he's a Washington Redskin, rather. When he was on Ohio State, I was still like, what's wrong with his game? Now, when you look at his game, you have to look at, certain things that he has everything in the arsenal, whether that's a club or a rip, whatever, or just a straight bulldoze, or just beating him around the edge with his speed. He has everything in his arsenal, but the only thing I can say about Chase Young that he probably has to do is just working on combining those two and using those, all game. You know what I mean? Like Street Score said in his video, he has a habit of just using one thing all game, and he has to, chew and, find a way to, incorporate all of those into his game so he can bring the best. So like I said, right there, that was a perfect example of me nitpicking. I literally just tried to nitpick something out of his game that literally, it's hard to do because his game is just so perfect here. That's why when you're trying to critique him and all the other rookies that we have, it's easier to critique all the other rookies but outside of Chase Young because it's just so hard to see a flaw in his game. So with that being said, it's been your boy One Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins. Turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Redskins. Once again, how can Chase Young win Rookie of the Year? I gave you my opinion. My top 3 bullet points to take away from this video is he has to, obviously eat himself, get his sacks, get his pressures, get his QB hits, all that, or even throw interceptions in there too when he can drop back in coverage. Some plays, not a lot. Jack Del Rio, rare. Probably once every 2 games is where he needs to drop back in coverage. But maybe throw an interception in there or 2, Just he has to fill up the stat sheet. I'm not a big fan of just him getting sacked all the time, and that's the way he wins Rookie of the Year. Obviously, I want him to have 20 sacks a season, but I want him to be more of a stat sheet stuffer. Whether that's sacks, QB hits, pressures, interceptions, the list goes on for DNs and left and outside linebackers. So with that being said, it's been boy One Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins. Turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case, our Washington Redskins. Once again, how do you believe Chase Young could win Defensive Rookie of the Year? I gave you my opinion, on the floor is yours. As always, been boy One Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case, our Washington Redskins. And last but not least, like I said in the intro, I will be going live with On the Warpath tonight at 6 p.m. on my channel, so please turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss it, because I know, like I said in my intro, a lot of people have said that they're missing the live streams because they're not getting notifications. If your notification bell is on and you're still not getting notifications, like I said, click the notification bell, turn it off, and turn it back on so you get notified when I upload a live stream, or so you get notified when I go live tonight so you guys can partake in the live stream. As always, being boy One Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins for the 4th time. I'm out. Peace.